farm, family, community. This is Midwest Farm Weekly.
Good morning, I'm Elaine Wells and welcome to Midwest Farm Weekly. In your news headlines, our warm and mostly dry fall is keeping fieldwork ahead of schedule. Corn silage is 97% wrapped up, and now corn for grain is also chugging along at 32% finished. That is 9 days ahead of the 5-year average. Soybeans are also a bit early, now nearly 60% complete. The smooth harvest is also allowing farmers to plant winter wheat. It is emerging nicely, 12 days ahead of average. With crops coming off for the season, farms are already starting to plan for next year. Seed orders are starting to trickle in at co-ops as the first round of discounts gets underway. If you're interested in trying something new, here's a look at a few rising stars.
One big thing that we're looking at here at Country Vision is Invita, and that is a biostimulant in corn, and it helps the corn work with bacteria on nitrogen efficiency and nitrogen uptake through the plant. So we're still pulling in data off of that on our corn grain plots. We got them from Shiocton all the way down through Ripon and along the lakeshore too. So Invita is one that we're looking at, a little bit on Xyway, which is a fungicide that's put on with your pop-up. Some mixed reviews, out of Iowa and Illinois, but the fields that we're seeing it on up here seem to be holding out pretty good. So that would be our big ones in the plots. There's always new hybrids coming out in varieties, so we're still waiting on data for them.
If you're curious about research being done on seeds in your area, just connect with a local feed mill. They are always happy to share their results. A reminder for farmers to check the runoff risk advisory forecast before spreading manure on fields. The Department of Ag says that tool can help determine potential risks based on weather conditions and soil temps. It's just one tool farmers should use before deciding to apply manure. The forecast is updated 3 times daily. Farmers should contact their crop consultant, county land conservation office, or the Wisconsin DNR for help identifying alternatives if they are in a high-risk area for spreading. Wisconsin is reporting its 7th straight month of milk production increases year over year. Farmers in our state produced 2.6 billion pounds in September. California continues to have the highest total milk production in the U.S. Farmers are also continuing to add cows. In Wisconsin, there are 22,000 additional cows compared to September of 2020. A farmer in the village of Nichols in Outagamie County will soon have no way to get his milk to market. Local 5's Paul Stino shows us why some worry this is an ominous sign for the small farm.
For 105 years, Wayne's family has operated a small dairy farm near Nichols.
We got to do the work all ourselves, so we just got to work within our ability.
Right now, he doesn't have a processor, and if he can't find one soon,
there will be no more cows on his farm.
Wayne says that he has about 25 of these milking cows on his farm. There are farms throughout Wisconsin that literally have hundreds of more than that, making it hard for Wayne to compete. In the 1930s, there were 3.5 million dairy farms in the U.S. Nowadays, the country is down to just about 35,000.
We've had tremendous consolidation that's taken place over a long period of time.
Stevenson says dairy farms are still producing an adequate amount of milk. That means processors can pick and choose who they buy from. This often doesn't bode well for smaller farms.
It's a question about whether they really want to pick up farms that are smaller and maybe more costly to access. So that's what we are seeing in a number of farms right now.
Wayne says in many cases, farms must produce a certain amount of milk before processors will travel out to get it. Something that is sometimes difficult for smaller operations.
It's hard to keep going against the larger farms and stuff, but we just got to try and keep going.
In Outagamie County, Paul Stino, Local 5 News.
Scientists say how much methane a cow produces could have something to do with her genetics. Methane, of course, is the gas that is passed or belched by one of the 1.4 billion cattle across the globe. Cows don't actually digest what they eat. The bugs in their gut do. The food mixes with microbes in their first stomach, then it's re-chewed before passing through the rest of the system. Scotland's Rural College is studying ways to reduce methane output, and they have discovered that microbes in the gut vary from cow to cow, and that is what determines how much methane that cow produces. So they say with the right breeding plan, a herd's emissions could be cut by at least 50%. Cows are responsible for about 40% of global methane emissions. Turkey suppliers, of course, prepare all year long for the holiday rush, but they are still asking people to be flexible when it comes to the size bird they get. They say the problem isn't the turkeys, it's a labor issue, having people to dress them, taking the feathers off to get them ready to cook. Production delays mean the birds are bigger. Frozen turkeys should be pretty easy to find, as suppliers can work on building that stock year-round. But if you're after fresh meat, now is the time to connect with a meat market for your holiday order.
We're taking orders currently, and we are noticing that a lot more orders are coming in this year than normal. I do think we will sell out early.
One turkey farm we spoke with typically hires around 100 temporary workers for their busy season. Currently, they have 7 hired. This week, lawmakers heard from all sides on a proposal to create a Sandhill crane hunt in Wisconsin. Danielle Zakowski brings us several views.
The potential of a Sandhill crane hunt has some farmers excited at the prospect and crane enthusiasts worried about the future of the species in Wisconsin.
I'm for it. They way exceeded what numbers they had proposed.
We are against the Senate Bill 610 for Sandhill crane hunting.
Local farmers tell us that the cranes you can see behind me here can have devastating effects on their crops.
They'll go down the row and they'll pull the stem out of the thing with the seed and eat the seed and leave the corn stalk laying on the ground.
Farmers like Wines say it's time to enact the bill proposed by Representative Tittle to help control the crane population and save their crops.
30,000 would be the good safe area to actually have a hunt. Right now, our statistics from the DNR say that there is well over 90,000 in the state of Wisconsin. It's all about game management, and that's basically what hunting and fishing is all about.
The International Crane Foundation says using chemical deterrents that do not harm the cranes but keep them from eating the crops would be a safe way to help farmers while saving the cranes.
Cranes reproduce slowly. They're doing very well in Wisconsin now, but they grow slowly. They only have a chick, raise a chick to adulthood about once every 3 years.
The Crane Foundation says they're working with corn seed manufacturers to make seeds with the deterrent already applied more readily available to help protect the cranes and the crops. In Hilbert, Danielle Zakowski, Local 5 News.
And the bill includes a provision that educates hunters to know the difference between the sandhill crane and the whooping crane, which is endangered. Still to come, learning about careers in agriculture, whether you're just entering the workforce or looking for a fresh start.